Okay, so this practice, as well as the next two classes that are going to be taught, is going to be twofold. One, you're going to get your yoga on. So you're going to get all of the, relaxation, the strengthening, the mental focus that you're looking for from your yoga practice in preparation for you guys to take your exam for Wednesday. So I know that this is a really stressful period for a lot of us, especially going back into lockdown again. So I wanted you guys to have that opportunity to get another practice instead of just making this like a chatting session. Second portion is I'm going to go through and we're going to do we're going to do a lot of the yoga poses that were taught throughout the entire semester. So it's going to be a rather cumulative review of the postures. And I'm going to try to repeat the names as much as possible and even try to quiz you, pop quiz style, on the names of the poses. We're going to go through the sun salutations and the order for that as well. And so you'll be able to have at least a good majority of the postures that are on that basic posture list, kind of as a review. And sometimes when we do things physically, kinesthetically, we retain that information a lot better because we're also seeing it on camera. We're also feeling it in our bodies. We're hearing the names of this. So this is hopefully just going to be this like big immersion of this exam. So I see this exam more as like a quiz of all the information that we've covered for all the postures since the beginning of the semester. So for that, let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to get started in reclined bound angle. Okay, so that was one of our restorative postures. You do not necessarily need to have your bolsters or blocks because we're not going to be here for a super long time, but it is an opportunity for you to begin your practice in that form of relaxation. So you're going to bring your feet together, your knees out wide. You want to have your pelvis so it's flat on the ground, and place your head directly on the floor. Good. Place the hands on top of your belly. I want you to take a full breath into your belly. Let it rise into your chest, and then all the way up to your low throat. Exhale out the throat, chest, and belly. Good. Full breath into belly, chest, and throat. And deep breath out. Good. Another full breath. And deep breath out. Good. With your next inhale, stretch the hands all the way up towards the sky and reach the arms all the way overhead, lengthening out to the fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. See if you can pull your rib cage a little bit further away from your pelvis. You feel some space growing in your low back and low waist. And then exhale, like a big snow angel. Circle the arms out wide and down, scooping the fingertips to the backs of the knees. Gently pull the knees together and place the feet on the floor. Take a moment here. And deep breath out. Good. Gently tuck your right knee into your chest. Drop the hands around the front of the shin and extend your left heel forward. Wind releasing pose. Wind releasing pose. So you may have remembered this one from your post-test that you just recently completed. Good, and breathing into your belly, let the belly push up against the thigh. And deep breath out as you firm your left thigh, that's your straight leg, down into the floor below. You're trying to keep that knee rather straight and engaged. Good, another full breath. And deep breath out. Good, recline twist. You're gonna take your left hand onto the knee, help guide the knee all the way across the body and reach your right arm in the opposite direction. So feeling that nice twist. Remember that we can do this with one leg bent and the other leg straight as we're doing now. We can also do this posture with both knees tucked in. Good, then inhale, come back in through center. And exhale, left knee tucks in to meet the right. Take your right leg forward, reaching out through that right heel and hug that left knee in towards your chest. Feel like the knee is guiding more towards that left shoulder for your wind releasing on this side. So it kind of moves a little bit at diagonal, and that should help you find a little bit of space, especially in that notch of the pelvis. Good, big breath in. And deep breath out. Good, another full breath in here. And deep breath out. And then right hand guides the left knee across the body, opposite direction. The left arm moves away from you as the knee turns across the body, revolves. Reclined twist. Good. Then inhale back in through center and take both knees into your chest. Wrap the hands around and rock side to side. Okay, then open up the legs for happy baby. Knees are going to pull wider than your torso, soles of the feet up towards the sky. You're going to grab hold of the outsides of the legs, ankles, shins, maybe even the feet, and plunge the knees down towards the ground. Again, you want to feel that the shins are going to be completely vertical as best as you can get them here. So your heels are really reaching away from your sit bones. Good. And feel free to rock your baby head side to side. Massaging out that low back. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then bend the knees completely. Draw the legs together. You're going to tip over onto one side and make your way up all the way onto your seat. All right. Easy sitting position. So one ankle in front of the other. You're going to have those ankles where the knees are going to be wide, and you have one ankle just situated in front of the other. And you want to ideally have where your feet are lined up with your navel. Know that for your exam, you're not going to need to know any of these specifics of how to come into the pose for some of them, but I'll talk about the ones that you'll need to know that information for. All right, so hands on top of your knees. Inhale, you're going to lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, loop the shoulders down and back. Inhale, scoop the shoulders forward. Feel the collarbones lifting up off the rib cage. Lift them all the way up to your ears, and then exhale down and back. And then inhale forward and up. And exhale down and back. Inhale forward and up. Exhale down and back. And one more time. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale down and back. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Lifting up, interlace your fingers, flex through the palms, big stretch the shoulders. You try to pull your arms back in line with your ears. Try to keep both elbows straight. Good. Navel tucking in. Wonderful. Exhale and release the arms all the way down. Let's climb up onto hands and knees, either rolling over the ankles or swinging the feet off to one side. Coming into tabletop position, another posture for you guys to know. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Fingertips are spread. Knees are directly underneath your pelvis with the tops of feet on the floor. And notice that my back is flat-ish, like a tabletop. And mostly I'm engaging through the abdomen to keep that security in the back. All right. We're going to go through some cat-cows. So originating from the pelvis, I want you to inhale, flip your tail up, let your chest move forward into cow pose. Exhale, you round your spine, arch the back like a scaredy cat, into cat. Good. Inhale, belly comes down, let your udders hang free, head lifts up, and then exhale, round the spine into cat. Pulling up from the navel and tucking chin into chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Belly dips down, shoulder blades squeeze. You're in the back bend here. And then exhale, feeling the abdomen squeezing, cat. Good. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then exhale, curl the toes under, send it back, downward facing dog. Hips go high, head hangs down low. So there will be a lot of these freebies on the exam as well. Hopefully you'll know downward facing dog. We've been doing it every single class except for a restorative class. Good. So you'll most likely get something like this on your exam. Good. Another full breath in here. Deep breath out. Good. Last one, inhale. And exhale it all the way out. Look between your hands, walk your feet forward. Come into your standing forward fold. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Toes are facing forward. Knees will bend enough so your belly can touch onto your thigh. Good. Let the head drape down. So again, this is standing forward fold. Good. And rounding your spine like a cat, pull the navel in, roll yourself all the way up to stand. So you come into your mountain pose. Now, for the purpose of the exam, there may be a different arm placement for your mountain pose. You can have your arms down by your side. You could also have your hands together at your heart. Okay, so either one is perfectly fine and acceptable as mountain pose. So your choice. You're going to inhale and sweep the arms wide and all the way up, upward hand salute. Exhale, fold in half, standing forward fold. Inhale, right foot steps back, lunge. Hips down, chest lifts, look up, smile. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, the knees, chest, and chin down for knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, hips down, heart lifts, neck is long. Exhale, bow, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, lunge, right foot steps to the top of the mat, looking up. Exhale, left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive to come into your upward hand salute. And then exhale to mountain pose, either arms down by your sides or hands at your heart. Inhale, upward hand salute. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward for lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Come up, upward hand salute. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, upward hand salute. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, upward hand salute. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, upward hand salute. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, upward hand salute. Exhale, mountain pose. Good. Placing the weight into your right foot. Shift all that weight into your right foot for tree pose. So placing that weight on the right foot, slide your left foot either to the ankle, calf, or your inner thigh. Set your drishti, hint, 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 you need to know that. Your drishti, your visual focus on something out in front of you that's not moving. Good. Breathing slowly in our tree pose. And just imagining that your strong trunk of a leg is lengthening into the floor, lifting up tall through your crown. Maybe even growing the branches of your tree, lengthening out. And slowly releasing out. Good. Switching sides, placing the weight into your left foot. Bring your right foot up to the inside ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And setting yourself up for tree pose on this side. Good. Full breath. Deep breath out. Fixing your drishti, your visual focus. Something that's not moving. Good. One more breath here. And gently releasing out of the pose. Good. Placing both feet on the ground. Feet are going to be about hip distance apart. Inhale, circle the arms wide and high. Interlace your fingers, point through the index, and then exhale for your standing half moon pose. So lean across to the right. Good. Stretching out through that left side body. And then inhale, lifting yourself up. And then exhale over to the left. Good. Opening up right side body. Keep pressing down through the four corners of your feet. Inhale, coming out of your standing half moon. And then exhale, take the hands down and back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Glue the heels of the hands together. And then give yourself a big stretch into your chest. Good. So hands move in the opposite direction. Knuckles drop down towards the ground. Inhale, lift the chest high. Exhale, fold in half. Bring your belly to your thighs. Head relaxes down. Lengthen through your neck. Good. Sweep the hands down to your buttocks. Take the hands across the floor. Bend your knees. Sink your hips down and back into your chair pose. Good. Sinking down and back. Weight is in your heels. Chair. Good. Full breath in and out. Bringing all the good memories back. Exhale, belly to your thighs, hips lift high, head hangs down low. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, halfway up. Exhale, fold in half. Standing forward fold. Inhale, walk your feet back into plank position. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor as one piece. Coming into locust pose. So a little review. Interlace your fingers. Hands are right on the back of the sacrum. You're going to lift the legs, lift the chest, lift the knuckles, lengthen the legs away from you as your heart opens forward. Back of the neck is long, inner thighs squeeze. Good. Another full breath in here. And exhale all the way down. Press back into your child's pose. Hips back on top of your heels. Forehead comes down to the ground. So this is extended child's pose, but I'm not going to be super picky on the exam. You'll just need to know child's pose, whether it's this position or this, or the knees wide and the feet together. Good. Inhale, rise up onto all fours, tabletop, and then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back, down dog split. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the thumbs, setting up for warrior two. Front heel to back arch alignment. Right knee is bent, arms branching out wide into that T shape. I'm going to turn around so you have a better view. And not my backside. Good. Remember, warrior two is a side stance position. The knee is going to go in the same direction as your front toes. Your back toes are turned in a little bit. Okay, arms are branching out and you're sinking down into your hips. Good. Your drishti is actually over your front middle finger with this posture. And although we'll use our drishti, especially in our balancing close postures, we actually have a drishti point for all of our poses. And a little trick question, your drishti in corpse pose is the space right between your eyebrows. You're not going to need to know that for the exam. All right, straightening out your front leg, engage through the thigh, reach forward with your right fingertips, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Take the hand down on thigh, shin, maybe a block, and left hand comes up to the sky for, try to guess this one. I'll give you guys a little moment. If you said triangle pose, you are correct. Triangle. Good. Looking up at that left hand. Wonderful. Inhale, lifting back up into your warrior two. And then reversed warrior. Left hand down the back leg, reach the right fingertips in the opposite direction. Reversed warrior, you're gonna feel that length through the side body, but you're also feeling that really deep stretch in that back groin. So this would be our left groin sinking down towards our front foot, right foot. Good, and then back into your warrior two. Then we're gonna reach out into our side angle. So side angle, elbows on top of the thigh, left arm is by the ear. We have a straight line from that left foot to left fingertip. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. So you're actively engaging there. You'll feel a little bit deeper stretch in that side body. And see if you can put a little extra effort into that pinky toe of that right foot. That weight really helps to open up that right groin. Good, inhale, lift yourself back up into your warrior two. We're gonna make our way into half moon pose. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of space so I don't go into the bookcase. If you have a block, you can use it here as well. So you're gonna take your right hand down to the ground, a little bit, about 6 inches or so in front of your right foot. And then you're gonna lift your left foot up. Left hand up towards the sky. And you're getting that length through that side body. Good, keep that left leg actively working here. And then gently lifting up the right fingertips. So you're gonna pull that left hand up towards the sky. Right hand's gonna follow. Bend your right knee. Gently place the left foot down onto the floor. Good, exhale, hands cartwheel down, frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to locust, interlace your fingers, lift the heart, lift the legs, neck is long, inner thighs squeezing, and then exhale, lower down. Send it back into child's pose again, hips back on top of heels, forehead to the mat. Good, inhale, climb up, tabletop, exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, back behind you, down dog split. And exhale, left foot steps forward for our side stance again, front heel to back arch alignment, and coming up into warrior two. Again, I'm gonna change directions, so you've got the better side. At least I think it's the better side. Good, sitting down into the pose. Again, lengthening out and slowing down your breath. Doesn't mean that we have to have a slow breath the entire time that we're practicing these. I'm just trying to maintain a little bit of that control. And as we're doing work, you're going to feel that your respiration is going to increase. And that's natural. That's completely normal and expected. But we don't need to feel like we're hyperventilating either. Good, straightening out your front leg, reaching forward, good. And then taking your left hand down on thigh, shin, or whatever you can reach, and coming into your triangle pose. Reaching up through those right fingertips, good. Try to keep almost like there's a rod across your back. Your left hand, which is on your left leg or the block, is reaching all the way up through your right fingertips as one connected piece. Good, another full breath here. And then inhale back up into your warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand slides down the back leg. Left knee bends. Put more weight into that left pinky toe as you pull the navel in towards your spine. Inhale back into your warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Left elbow on top of the thigh. Right arm comes across by the ear. You have that strong line of energy, so that right heel presses into the ground. Right fingertips lengthen up and away. And you're turning your head towards this lifted arm, this right arm. Good. Inhale, coming back up into your warrior two. So we're going to come into our balancing pose. I want to give you guys an opportunity to remember what that name was. Okay. You're going to bring your left hand down, right leg up. I'm going to tell you the name in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half moon pose. Good. Keep pressing down through that standing leg, lifting up the right fingertips, extending through your right leg. It's a rather challenging posture. You might be kind of squirming around a little bit, especially through that left foot. See if you can push down and then feel the extension lifting you up. All right. Coming out of the pose, reaching up to your right fingertips, lift the left fingertips, bend the left knee, and carefully step down. Exhale, hands cartwheel down, lunge, stepping back, plank. Exhale, lower down to the floor as one piece. Again, back into our locust pose. Interlace the fingers, lift the legs, lift the heart, extend through the back of the front body. And then exhale, lower yourself down. Send it back, child's pose. Good. Rising up onto all fours, tabletop, and then sending the weight back into your downward facing dog. Hips go way high, let the head hang down. Inhale, you're gonna take your right leg up and back behind you, reaching up towards the sky. We're gonna move into pigeon pose. So the right knee is gonna come forward, the shin is gonna be at a diagonal, the hips are gonna be on the floor, and the left leg is straight back behind you. Lift up with the chest just for a moment, opening up the front body, and then exhale. Lower down onto your elbows and forearms. Maybe support your head with your hands. Good. This is an external rotation, so you want to feel that inner right thigh lifts up and wraps around. The hips feel nice and balanced here. So we're not leaning into one side more than the other. You want to feel that the sacrum is rather structured and supported there too. Another full breath in. And deep breath out. So let's try that again. Big breath in. Open up your mouth and exhale that out a sigh. Good. Pressing the hands into the floor. Gently lift the torso up. Lean into your right cheek. And then swing your left leg out in front of you. Okay. Janya Shashasana, head to knee pose. This looks just like our T pose, only seated. Okay, so that right foot is along the inside of the left leg, the knees out to the side at a diagonal, and my belly button is facing towards that straight leg. Inhale, the arms can go up, and then exhale, fold forward. If you have that tension in that back of the left leg, you can always bend your knee and bring your belly onto your thigh. If you're using a strap, you'll place the strap along the ball of the foot and the knuckle of the pinky toe. You want to choke up on the strap, holding on to it, and then leaning into the posture, coming from the hip, so the belly button reaches forward to the thigh until you get that big stretch there. Shoulders dropping down and away from your ears. Good. Head to knee pose. Full posture looks like this. Good. Wherever you are, extend your arms forward and inhale. Come up all the way up with the flat back, and exhale, release your arms down by your side. You're going to lift your right knee up and cross your foot to the outside of your left leg. Keep right sit bone on the ground. We're moving into our half Lord of the Fishes pose. The knee is going to squeeze into your chest, and your left arm is either going to go to the outside of the leg, fingertips behind you, or you're going to hold on to the leg, especially if we don't have that capacity to twist all the way right now. Sometimes it just feels a little bit better, especially if you had a big breakfast this morning. If you've already gotten into Christmas cookies. Guilty. So trying to keep your chin so it's parallel to the ground, and then looking over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale. Rotate your torso back in through center. You're going to cross your right shin over your left shin. Hands come to the floor out in front of you, and then send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg's going to reach up and back behind you into down dog split. And exhale, left knee comes forward for pigeon pose on the other side. So you're going to see how the knee is at a diagonal. It's going towards the 10 o'clock position. The foot is going to come across down by my right hip, pointed towards closer to about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, just depending on your flexibility. And then once you find your balance here, you're going to lower down onto your elbows and forearms and start to breathe. Just relaxing the jaw, letting the neck, and all the muscles that support your head all day long. Just relax for a moment. Full breath into belly. See if you can feel this breath in your back body as well. And deep sigh out. Big full breath in. And a big sigh out. And a few more. Pressing hands into the floor and gently lifting yourself up. Lean into your left cheek and see if you can swing your right leg all the way around. Good. Coming into head to knee pose on this side. You're going to bring your left foot to the inside of right leg. Again, it looks very similar to our tree pose, that bouncing posture that we did earlier. Right foot is going to engage, inhaling the arms up, and then exhaling. Bring your belly button over the right thigh as you come forward and down. Good. Feel free to use your strap or bend the knee. And try to tip from the pelvis forward so that the belly comes to the thigh first, as opposed to keeping this big gap across the body. If you have that big gap, you'll probably want to bend the knee and work into the pelvis that way. And then eventually work to straightening out the leg a little bit at a time. And congratulations to those of you on your pre-test that saw some improvements since the beginning of the semester. And these are just measurements that perhaps are putting numbers and quantity to what we're feeling in our body. And maybe you hadn't experienced very many improvements, and that's perfectly fine. We are not always doing this for the purpose of becoming more flexible, and that as we continue on with this practice, we notice that it becomes a little bit less about the physical body and how we're responding to it, but the symbolism behind the physical body and what it means to ourselves and our lives. I typically like to do this pre and post test in this practice to help motivate you to continue on with the practice. When we start to see good results, we tend to want to continue on with something like this. Good. Another full breath here in your head to knee pose. Head to knee. And inhale, reaching the arms forward, coming all the way up, and exhale, release the arms down by your side. Scoop the left hand underneath your left knee and cross the foot to the outside of your leg. Your foot's going to be down. Left sit bone is pressing into the floor, lifting up tall, either wrapping your arm around the knee with your left fingertips behind you, or the arm moves to the outside of the knee. You can have your elbow bent or the arm straight. Either one is perfectly fine. Let me give you another little mini quiz right here to quiz yourself on the name of this posture. And the answer is half Lord of the Fishes pose. Good. Inhale, rotate your chest back in through center. We're going to extend both legs straight out in front of us, coming into our seated forward fold. Inhale, the arms go up. Exhale, belly comes forward onto the thighs. Again, you can use your strap. You can bend your knees or have yourself tucked in with your belly touching onto thighs and lengthening out through the entire back body. Holding on to whatever is available. And taking another full breath in here. Good. Last full breath. Arms reach forward, inhale, coming up. Exhale, release the arms down by your side. Bend your knees and slide your hips forward. Take the legs with you. You're going to come onto your back. With those knees tucked in, take a moment or two to rock side to side, massaging along the back. Good. And carefully placing the feet on the floor, we're going to move into our bridge pose. Arms down by your sides, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to press down into your feet, scoop up from the pelvis into that 12 o'clock tilt, and slowly roll yourself all the way up. Walk the shoulders underneath you and interlace your fingers as we've been doing in our locust pose earlier. You're going to press down and lift up. Good. Big stretch across the front of the body. Collarbones are wide. Keep your inner thighs hugging in towards each other energetically. You still want that extra pressure to be in the balls of the feet, that inner heel with the arches lifting. Good. Another full breath. Release the arms to either side. Roll the spine down one vertebra at a time. And then with the arms lay out wide with the knees hip side to side like windshield wipers. And feel free to move your head in opposite directions with the knees. And coming back to a neutral position. You can stay in your half corpse pose here, or extend the legs out in front of you for your full corpse. You can practice that drishti that I mentioned before, and corpse, that's you. Bring your focus to that space between the eyebrows. Relax the mouth and jaw. Begin to settle into your body. My reading for today is The Ground We Walk. And there's a quote by Antonio Machado. Walker, there is no path. You make the path as you walk. I listened carefully as he described his little girl's first step. He encouraged her to keep her eyes on him. And only when she didn't did she stumble. Only when she lost her focus, when she became too conscious of the steps she was taking, did she fall. I was afraid he was going to declare some parental primacy, that without his loving presence, his little girl wouldn't be able to make her way. But to my surprise, he understood her first steps more deeply as a wisdom that affects us all. He stared off, offering slowly. She made me realize that when I stop looking for a sense of truth, I stumble. When I lose my focus on what really matters, I fall. This small story has stayed with me. For aren't we forever taking first steps again and again? Don't we uncover a mystery of strength by looking out before us and bringing into focus a deeper sense of truth? Isn't balance in reality the ability to step quite naturally, like this little girl, without too much thought into everything larger than our fear? As you lie here, imagine one aspect of yourself as you would like to be, perhaps more loving, less afraid, more confident, less distrusting, more understanding, or less critical. And breathe evenly without troubling yourself with how. Step with your heart into the field of this growth. And from where you are, take a full breath in. And a deep breath out. Another full breath. And exhale, release. Inhale and stretch the arms up and overhead. Reach long throughout the entire body. And gently release with a sigh. And then gently curl the knees into your chest. Wrap arms around and rock side to side. Carefully roll over to one side. Put a smile on your face and rise up to greet the remainder of your day. Bring hands together at heart center. Bow your head softly forward. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste.